What up, YouTube Alayaks? Come back at you with another custom StarCraft 2 cast. Today, we have yet another Warcraft 3 versus StarCraft 2 matchup. If you're not familiar with this mod, this is the Azeroth-Koprulu Hyperwar mod, which puts together StarCraft 2, Brood War, and Warcraft 3 into one game. It's absolutely insane. This match in particular is coming from a 2v2 best of 1 tournament series, so I'm really excited to see how this game's gonna go. If you're new to my channel, I do cast a lot of custom StarCraft 2, so if custom StarCraft 2 is something you're interested in watching more of, please consider subscribing to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, this tournament was hosted by a creator named Anyone. He is a Spanish-speaking creator. I will leave his details in the description below in case you are interested in watching some of his content. And if you're interested in seeing more of this mod, I will leave the Azeroth-Koprulu Hyperwar mod Discord in the description below as well. Go join that Discord. Show the developers some love because this mod is absolutely insane. Let's go ahead and introduce our teams. Team number 1 spawning on the top right-hand side of the map. It's our pink Night Elf player Karnario with his teammate, our green StarCraft 2 Protoss player KillerViods, going up against team number 1. It's our blue Night Elf player jEAR with his teammate spawning just below him. It's our red Zerg player Tripode, and Tripode is actually going for what is going to be an early Zergling push. Let's see what team number 1 has. They do have a wall, which is great. We'll see if KillerViods will be able to react to this. He does have the probe in position to block off any sort of Zergling run by, I'm assuming. And here we go. Great reaction time by KillerViods, throwing down that pylon. Will the pylon get canceled though? No, it doesn't. And now these Zerglings have free reign for the main base of team number 1. 2 of those Zerglings, I think, do go down. There's 2 more Zerglings running down into this wall though. The Archer trying its best to kite these Zerglings. Unfortunately, we do not have a kill counter for the Warcraft 3 units yet. The Zealot also coming out, and there is an Adept being chronoed as well. So I think this will get shut down, but this is still kind of a pain in the ass for team number 1. And Zealots, they do eat Zerglings for breakfast. Unfortunately, though, this Zealot just woke up. It does not have charge yet. Man, this is actually getting really chaotic. jEAR does have an Archer on this side of the map as well, trying to reinforce these Zerglings, but ultimately will go down, getting killed by that Adept. I believe this Adept with 3 kills already. There's more Zerglings on the way, though, and I see something sketchy on the minimap. We'll take a look in just a second. What is this? Oh, it's a pylon. What are you planning? KillerViods! Planning the proxy Stargate. This is going to be brutal and doing a great job at maintaining the defense back home as well. I don't think team number 2 is going to be none the wiser. Oh, wow, this is going to be crazy. We do have the hero unit as well, the Keeper of the Grove. It's not Bandalar, it's actually Laurodar, but he is a spellcasting unit, and look at him, he's so good. He's so sick. He does have Entangling Roots already researched. And what is this? More Zerglings trying to do some damage here. At this point, they're just scouting around, but I really think they have no idea that there's going to be more than likely it's going to be oracles, right? I mean, it's possible there's going to be void rays, but I don't think so. Just based on the aggression we're seeing. I mean, it's okay, you know, it's possible it'll be a void ray just based on the fact that Karnario is pushing out. What do we have here? Nope, we have an oracle. That's hilarious. We're going to try and keep an eye on that. One other thing I just noticed as well, clicking on the StarCraft units, is I think the Protoss actually have a day-night cycle ability. We'll take a look at that in a second. I was trying to keep up with how this mod operates. There is a bit of a counterattack at the wall for team number 2. I really don't know who's going to come out ahead. I think jEAR is coming out ahead. He does have the hero unit already built, and here's the Oracle with 6 kills already. Oh, and jEAR just now reacting to this. How many kills now? 9 kills on this Oracle. That is huge. Bandalar or Laurodar running home, not Zauradar. But let me find this Zealot. Okay, here we go. So the Zealot has sunlight absorption. This unit regenerates 0.5 hit points each second during the day. That is awesome that the developers thought to consider that, because you have units, the Warcraft 3 units, that operate on a day-night cycle. It's only fair that you add some sort of day-night cycle abilities for the StarCraft units as well. Keep in mind, this this mod, as far as I know, is still in the alpha mode or alpha version. So I expect balancing to be worked on. Is this another Oracle being built? That is hilarious. One more Oracle coming out from this Stargate. And also the gold base has been taken by KillerViods as well. I'm also curious if the Zerglings have any sort of day-night cycle ability, or if the Zerg structures have any day-night cycle ability. No, I'm not seeing anything necessarily, but that isn't to say that it's not going to be implemented later on. Honestly, I think this is enough Oracles to kill 3 archers, but KillerViods being extra cautious to keep these things alive, not bad, honestly. I think it's better to keep the Oracles alive. They are not cheap, and they do a lot of damage. They're a very situational unit. And here we go. What's her name? Cathris and Starsong. I keep getting mixed up by looking at the like fan name or the not real name, and then you actually have to go over to the portrait to see the real name. But that is going to be our hero unit for jEAR. Vandalar or Laradar is at level 2 currently. Does have Thorn's Aura, which, let's take a look at the Thorn's Aura. An aura that gives friendly nearby units a damage shield, which deals 10% of enemy units' melee damage back at it. Okay, cool. I totally misread that. I butchered that. I'm trying to look at the screen and read at the same time, and then my brain just broke. This is still anybody's game, but man, the wipe at the main mineral line for our blue Night Elf player was a little bit brutal. We do have the glaive throwers. We have our hero unit for jEAR, excuse me, jEAR, almost at level 2. I said jEAR because I work in tech and we use jEARs. That is why my brain went there. These oracles, just how many kills do these have? 3 kills on this one, and I'm pretty sure 9 kills on this one, 11 kills on this one, so 14 kills split between the 2 of them. That's actually insane. We're at 7 minutes into the game right now. There are 3 Moonwells kind of close together right here, which is actually pretty good. They will help keep these workers alive if KillerViods decides to go for jEAR's economy once more. We'll see, though. And there's also no Spore Crawlers. There's no Spore Crawlers in the main base. Are there Spore Crawlers in... There's no Spore Crawlers for the Zerg. Oh man, you know that there's Oracles on the field. I mean, at this point, it doesn't matter because we have the Huntresses, we have the hero unit, and the Archers trying to kill base number 3. We'll see if these Roaches can do anything. We have the Oracles, which aren't doing anything right now. The Oracles would add a lot of DPS to this army. They do finally get activated. Oh man, and the glaives, they don't shoot up, so they will be sitting ducks to those oracles. But now I think the DPS for team number 2 will finally clean up this Night Elf army. What else does wait a minute, so we have 3 oracles right now. Is this still being okay? Now we have a void ray coming out. I was like, is this still being used for oracles? I thought maybe it was, but no, we have the void rays. Let's look at the production tab. Actually, there we go. So we have what is going to be +1 air attack upgrades for the Protoss and +1 shield upgrades as well. Oh man, and the tectonic stabilizers, which do improve Tempest weapons to deal 40 damage more to structures. So he's gonna go for Tempests. Okay, let's see when the Tempest comes out. So we have the first Tempest coming out already. Do we have a Tempest on the field? No, we don't. So our Protoss player is going for the Tempest. That is hilarious. Taking a look at our Night Elf player, these Night Elf units are shadow melded right now. They are hiding. That is such a cool ability, man. I loved playing Night Elves in WoW just for the shadow meld. Yeah, good times, good times. These observers actually being used really well. Okay, that's not an observer, that's a stasis ward. I assume this is also a stasis ward, but this observer floating right over the Xel'Naga watchtower, which I'm not sure is what you want to do, because as soon as that's taken, this observer will be spotted. But again, nothing really shoots up for the Zerg currently, which is really unfortunate considering the fact that we have Tempests on the field now. How many Tempests do we have? 1 Tempest already. Oh, brutal, brutal. Right now, what is happening? What are you doing? Oh, I guess you must have walled in the the Mountain Giant. That is hilarious. KillerViods like, you know what? I don't need that. I don't need that warp gate. We're going full air. letting out this Mountain Giant, which does have 800 HP. That is absolutely disgusting. Basically an Ultralisk, but it's a fantasy unit. And look at that. It's so... Oh my god, dude. It's got a club with... It's holding a tree. It's basically holding a tree. It's a club with branches. Oh man, here we go. This is a decent army. This is a lot of roaches, but there's also Tempests. There's 2 Tempests in the back of this. And this is basically a 1v2 engagement. Oh no. Where's blue? Where's our blue Night Elf player? Oh, this is a massacre. The Zerg is going down. And the army for team number 2 was split just in a way that it was a 1v2 engagement for both of them. One after the other. That is brutal. Oh no, team number 1 just breaking through the defenses of team number 2. The Protoss with the capital ships. I never thought I would see Tempest attacking Warcraft 3 units. That is insane. I would love to see how much damage the Tempest do against the hero unit, though. Actually, a decent amount of damage. The hero unit for jEAR going down. This Mountain Giant still at virtually full HP. Where's the hero unit for Karnario as well? The hero unit is at level 6, almost at level 7. The Overlord's going down, so many of them going down. Our red Zerg player is virtually supply blocked. 36 supply out of 36. I really don't know what team number 2 can do about this. Oh, and I forgot about that. The Ancient Protectors. That's so cool. I love that. They actually have ranged attack. So keep in mind, a lot of the Night Elf structures do have like a built-in self-defense feature, but most of them are melee only. So like this one, the Ancient of War, it's melee only, and I don't think it can attack while it's building, actually. So it will go down. That is rough. Team number 1 doing a great job at keeping their army stacked. Oh, this is rough. This is so rough. The Tree of Life will be going down. That's base number 2 for our blue Night Elf player, and that's what I was talking about. Look at this. Yeah, so the Tree of Ages able to do some melee damage, but jEAR did leave the game, leaving his ally in the game all by himself. What do we have here? We have a bunch of Spore Crawlers trying to be built just a little bit too late. Tripode also leaving the game. Team number 2 dying, leaving team number 1 victorious. You know, that was a short game though, so we're going to cover one more from this series. Stay tuned. I'll be right back. Alright, you guys, as promised, here's one more game from the 2v2 best of 1 series. Team number 1 spawning on the top right-hand side of the map. It's our yellow Zerg player Klass with his teammate spawning just below him. It's our teal undead player AkiroFox. I love that. The Zerg and the undead teaming up together. Going up against team number 2, it's our purple Terran player SrEstrada or SrEstrada. I cannot say that. We'll call him Estrada for short. With his ally spawning just below him, it's our orange humans player DEADLOCK. I'm really excited to see how this game's going to go. The cheese from game number 1 was actually insane. I love that. The cheese from both players, honestly, the Zerglings going up against what turned out to be an Oracle opener from the other team, that was insane. So let's see what Klass is up to, because I see what is a hatchery first coming out from this player. I believe that was a hatchery first. The spawning pool is just now finishing up. I don't suspect Klass is going to do anything super cheesy. Doesn't rule out a 2-base all-in necessarily, but he's definitely not going for any crazy early Zergling push. Let's actually open up our production tab. If it gets in the way, I will close it. And what is this? The Lich is actually being produced from our Altar of Darkness. Estrada is asking if it's a Zergling rush. I guess he saw this spawning pool, but at the same time, you guys did see the hatchery first. So I wouldn't say this is a Zergling rush. Actually, this might be a Roach rush. This is a pretty early Roach Warren, in my opinion. Oh man, that's actually hilarious. But to be fair, in Estrada's defense, I'm a very paranoid player when it comes to going up against the Zerg. I will see something right in front of my face, and I'll be like, no, he's rushing me. He has to be rushing me. And I clearly scouted, and there's no rush. But I still think I'm getting rushed when I play against Zerg. So I understand Estrada. I totally understand. This Lich, though, is what's kind of freaking me out. So the Lich is coming out from the Altar of Darkness. This is going to be a hero unit. Oh man, what is he going to learn is the question. He actually learned, what is that Nova? Yup, Frost Nova. So this blasts enemies with a wave of frost that deals 100 damage to the target and 50 Nova damage. Cold damage slows units' movement and attack rate for 4 seconds. So it's a really, really good hero unit with a really good ability. We also have the Mage here. We have 10 Flamecaster, who does have the Water Elemental Research. So I really like this, mixing up StarCraft 2 and Warcraft 3 to go up against each other. So it's not like Warcraft 3 just against StarCraft 2, because I do think there has to be some balancing, especially with the hero units, because the hero units are just insane. I mean, look at 10 Flamecaster. He's got 310 HP. It's insane. It is absolutely insane. These roaches trying to do some damage, and look at this, not even doing hardly a dent to 10 Flamecaster. 10 Flamecaster summoning another Water Elemental. We do have the Lich, though. So this Lich is able to help push this hero away using Frost Nova on this thing. Will he get away is the question, and I think he will. That was a good attempt by AkiroFox, though. Not bad. Meanwhile, we do have the human player DEADLOCK expanding as well, just now starting to saturate base number 2. The Terran player, Estrada, does have his base pretty well saturated, just over halfway saturated at the natural base location. Taking a look here as well, the Undead has not expanded, not at all. We'll see if he does, though. Is he planning to? Here we go. Yep, he's going to be expanding, I believe, right over here, based on the movement of this Acolyte, which is interesting. I guess I know why he's expanding there. This is way more in line with the movement of the opponent, and he's more than likely actually, yep, going for the golden base. So I dig that. I vibe with that. I F with that, bro. Absolutely. Going for the gold base. This is out of the way. If your opponents are none the wiser, they will maybe not scout this unless they think about it. In a high-level matchup, that location would have constant eyes on it. In this case, we're not watching necessarily a super high-level matchup, I don't think. So, yeah, that base is probably safe. This is looking like a really scary army for team number 1, though. 10 Flamecaster is at full HP, once again sitting on this Xel'Naga watchtower, and also has the cover of the fog, so we'll be able to get away in case things get a little bit sketch over on the middle side of the map. I love this, though. We also got what is going to be a nice army of Marines with the siege tank. This is such a Warhammer 40k moment. Going up towards the towards what is going to be the Undead and Zerg army, going up against the Bugs and the Undead. It's like they're going up against Tyranids and, I don't know, Necrons or something. Oh, and we have this hero unit as well, Boar Stonebreaker, and he has Thunderclap Research. This ability slams the ground, dealing 30 damage to nearby enemy land units, slowing their movement speed by 50% and their attack rate by 50%. It's insane. We'll see if he uses that. He did use that, and here we go. It looked like there was about four roaches that were affected by that, but these roaches are doing so much damage. So much of the Terran army goes down. The Zerg with the roaches are just so tanky with the roach equivalent. I feel like the Crypt Fiend is basically the roach equivalent for the Warcraft 3 player. They do have a really cool ability, though. They have a web ability, which allows them to pull down sky units. It looks like it's not researched right now, though, so he's not able to use that just yet. That was a very good pickup by team number 1, though. Oh, what's this? What do we got here? Oh, we also had a drop at the same time. Unfortunately, we don't have the ability to take a look at the workers killed in a 2v2 matchup, but there are two Marines left. There's no way. Oh, wow. I love that. One of the Marines does go down. This one, about half HP, I think. It's got to go home, right? There's no... Oh, wait. Never mind. Oh, wow. Okay, look at this. The gargoyles... Are they going to be fast enough? The gargoyle is basically like the Muta equivalent, I feel like, for the Undead. They do shoot up and down. They are really cool, and they're really tanky. I mean, look, 110 HP, I feel like, is pretty good. Let's actually see how much they cost, though. Where's the Gargoyle? Here we go. Gargoyle, 100 minerals and 75 gas for 2 supply. That's not bad at all. They're definitely like mutas. These 2 hero units running around. It looks like DEADLOCK is going for a hero-heavy build. What else does he have? He's also got the Rifleman, though. Oh, I love this. So the dwarves, the Rifleman dwarves, are going to be reinforcing this hero army. This is ballsy. DEADLOCK, you are a ballsy man. This is crazy. I don't know if this is a good idea. This is such a big army. Even though the heroes are really tanky, there's no way that they survive, right? There's no way. I mean, their movement speed is really good. What? No way, dude. They survive. And the siege tank sieging up on the back of this. That was actually a really good reaction time, DEADLOCK. Great game sense, running away those units before they went down. And these siege tanks supporting the back of this army. They are below the ramp, though, so if all these units die, they will not have vision. But I don't think they have to worry about that. This is a lot of army for team number 2. The Overseer will go down. The rest of the Zerg army will run away. And now team number 2 does have the high ground. This is a lot of gargoyles, though. You know what I would do? I would fly these gargoyles to, like, the back of the mineral line. I would treat them like mutas, honestly. I think this is too many roaches for the Rifleman to handle. Oh, and also, fun fact, I just realized this. The medevacs can heal the Riflemen because they're biological. That's awesome. That is so sick. And you know what? That's fair, because the medevacs can also heal biological units for their other teammates, like the Zerg and like Zealots from the Protoss. So this makes sense. I'm not mad about that at all. Actually, I like this a lot. It's just really funny to see medevacs healing a dwarf with a musket. I think that's hilarious. Ooh, and we have a Bane Hollow, who's not actually named Bane Hollow. It's actually Pterodar. This is going to be our, what is he? He is the, let's take a look at the undead. He is, where is he? He's a hero unit. Why is he not? Oh, this is the production. Excuse me. I'm so sorry about that. He's the Dreadlord. So there we go. We got the Dreadlord, Bane Hollow. Actually, Pterodar at level 1, almost level 2. High ground is still in possession for team number 2 as well. And did I say team number 2? I meant team number 1. I'm sorry about that earlier, talking about, you know, the Dreadlord. Oh, this is a big human army, though. Oh, this is actually looking really scary for team number 1. I'd love to see the support, though. There we go. We got the support. We have the siege tanks. We have the Marines. We have the futuristic riflemen, and we have the medieval riflemen, the fantasy riflemen. Oh, wow. Okay. This is insane. There are some little graphical anomalies with these deaths. I don't know if you saw that. Again, like I said, this mod is in more or less the alpha version. Oh, somebody saw this. Who saw this, though? I don't know if that was team number 1 or team number 2. I think that must have been team number 1 that pinged that. Because I don't see any movement from the enemy going towards that golden base. And it looks like the front door to the natural base location is in jeopardy. AkiroFox doing his best, trying to keep his team's base safe. Oh no, KlasSs also losing some of his Zerg units, and this is actually looking like it may be a potential victory for team number 2. They're not necessarily out of the game just yet, but this army is totally unchecked right now, and there is nothing. Okay, no, never mind. We have the Frostworms, which are basically capital ships, I guess, capital flying units for the Warcraft 3 undead race. Oh, these ghouls trying to do something, but the siege tank's doing so much damage. KlasSs saying GG, leaving the game, leaving his teammate to fend for himself. AkiroFox, are you going to try and stay in? This is the question. I really don't think you have a chance. I'm so sorry. This army is just way too big. AkiroFox also leaving the game. giving the victory to team number 2. What a crazy cool match. If you guys enjoyed what you saw, please consider shooting me a like and subscribe. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you want me to cast any of your own games, I will leave my email and Discord down in the description below. And I'll see you guys on the next one.